Sadly, yes, it is.
Yes, yeah, very much so. So, do you guys want me to just kind of start with the tour, and you can just ask questions as we go?
That'd be great. And I'm recording, so if anybody else wants to see it, so it would be best if you can kind of narrate, even if it's obvious what we're looking at, just so the video
Sure, absolutely.
and it picks up the recording picks up what you're showing, not me asking what it is. So.
Okay, sure.
That's all.
I'll be very clear, and let me flip the phone around here.
Yeah, kind of maybe explain where you are. I mean, I know where you are there, but just
absolutely. So what we're doing now is we're walking towards our new building, going up at 1326 Parade Street, and you can see a lot of progress has been made. They are currently getting the trusses and the sheathing up on the roof. Both stories are framed, and the interiors are mostly framed. So I don't know if it would be helpful. Would you like to go inside?
I mean, maybe just pass through is fine. I mean, we're not to the point where we need to look at any details.
Not yet. Okay. Here, let me do that real fast.
Some funny looking insulation there.
What's that?
Sorry, it's a requisite snow joke.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys know what that is? This white stuff?
I do actually.
Yeah, I mean, we got
some earlier this week.
I was in it. Yeah, we got some in the mountains near LA right now. So.
Okay, wow. I thought it might be novel for you guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was in it last week. The high mountains here get it a lot. So. All right.
So yeah, it's a little hard time. There's a lot of equipment, so it's hard to hear. I'm gonna vacate the building here.
Okay, that works. Regarding the snow, is this pretty typical for this time of year?
Pardon me?
Regarding the snow / weather, is this pretty typical what you'd expect this time of year?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let me get out of this area real fast. It's hard to hear. So yeah, this is typical. I mean, we really don't know. I mean, some years are mild. Last year we lucked out and had very little snow. This was a 1-day snowstorm, but here we are. It's 45 degrees and sunny today, so you just never know what you're going to get.
Okay.
So on the rehab houses, we'll start. Just as a reminder to everybody, we have 15 single-family houses that we're rehabilitating, and we currently have 4 of those complete and 4 of them under construction. There are two vacant houses that we're working on leasing up, so I'd be happy to walk you through one or both of them if you'd like.
That'd be great.
Okay, so here's
just so we know, I believe this is 346 14th. Is that correct?
Yes, 346.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I'll take you inside. I wanted to make a note that there is some minor HVAC work occurring in this house. Our HERS and Energy Star consultant recommended that we apply mastic to all the registers and diffusers, and that was a change order, and we're doing that. So that's actually happening in this house now, I believe. So I'm gonna slip my boots off so I don't make a big mess everywhere. So we actually had somebody temporarily living in this house while her house was being renovated, and she moved out. And so now we're going to lease this house up to a new resident. So we'll start with the second floor, I guess, and work our way down. So the stairs were recarpeted. Hard surface flooring throughout the entire house, as you'll see. Bathrooms completely gutted and renovated. Water saving fixtures used throughout. Obviously, new windows, new Energy Star windows throughout. It's a 3-bedroom house. It's closet space. So you can get a sense of the new flooring, new hard surface flooring throughout. This is something we're doing a lot of. It's better, especially when units turn, to have hard surface flooring rather than carpeting, because carpeting tends to need to be replaced every time, and hard surface holds up a lot better. So I'll just kind of walk through, and you guys let me know if you have any questions.
Sure, this is just fine for me.
Okay, great. You can see the.
So some HVAC punch list kind of thing. This one's ready to go.
Yeah, this one's ready to lease up. In fact, we just had a meeting yesterday, and they are working with somebody now who's Section 8. So they will be, actually, maybe not for this house. There's 2 houses that are vacant, but we have 2 potential residents in various stages of income certification. So major goal, obviously, for this project was not only completing construction on 8 houses this year, but making sure that we had qualified residents for all 8 of them.
Okay.
So in this case, we started with 2 vacant houses at the beginning, so we need to get qualified residents to move in now that they're complete. So we'll head down to the first floor. Again, hard surface flooring throughout, brand new windows. They don't have any of the registers off, but they're applying mastic. Hers, an Energy Star consultant, just recommended all the registers and diffusers get completely sealed with mastic, because there will be an air leakage test coming up. Okay. And we want to make sure that we pass that test. So that was a change order. It's not something that was contemplated by anybody as we went through the closing, but it was, I think it'll make a difference. So hard surface flooring throughout, new windows, brand new kitchens, brand new cabinets, all new Energy Star appliances.
How has appliances procurement been going, shortage wise?
It was a big problem in the beginning. It really was. It was a challenge to see. Some of the things that gave us problems were appliances, HVAC equipment, vents for the HVAC equipment. Believe it or not, the range hoods. Those were the big things. Our general contractor did a fantastic job really getting ahead of that once they realized it was a problem. So they've done a lot of work with stored materials to make sure, and stored on-site materials to make sure that we don't, especially if there's more shutdowns, we just didn't want to run into a situation where we wouldn't have things. Some of the things that are kind of happening as we go, obviously, are the kitchen cabinets and the windows. As long as they have plenty of advance notice as we build our relocation schedule with residents, they're able to get the windows and the cabinets ordered in enough time so that those installations can occur with the rest of the work happening in the house. All right, so here is the half bath on the first floor.
So sorry to go back to the appliances, how many homes worth of stored appliances do you have on deck?
I don't quote me on this, and I can get you this information, but I believe they have all of the appliances for all of the homes.
Oh, great.
And I believe all of the new construction units as well. But let me verify that for you.
Okay. No, that's great.
They really want to get ahead of it.
That's the same story we're hearing on every job, and just about everybody seems to be doing a pretty good job of stockpiling and ordering early. So yeah. You're not
Same
alone
with-
in feeling this.
Same with doors, exterior doors. They just got every door for the whole project. just
nice.
just
Okay.
in case a factory shuts down or who knows. So,
Right.
all right. So here's the half bath. You know, everything's new. The ceiling fans are super quiet, efficient. All new LED fixtures. Everything's new.
Okay.
So we'll head down into the basement. There is some work happening in the basement right now, as I mentioned on the HVAC side. We did, as you'll see, all of the walls and the rim joists were, or the floor joists were all insulated,
Mm-hmm.
and we added drywall mostly for, you know, just a fire barrier. It's not, the intent was not to finish it, but for energy efficiency purposes.
Okay.
So you can see brand new furnace, brand new air conditioning was added. These houses did not have air conditioning, so that's going to be an excellent amenity for folks. Brand new vented water heaters, Energy Star.
Okay. What's your summer high temperature there, or is it also very humid?
It gets very humid, but we don't typically experience extreme temperatures here, even in the peak of summer. But the humidity is definitely an issue.
Okay.
So the air conditioning is an amenity that people really appreciate.
Okay.
And we think it'll help, you know, just with marketing and everything else. Plus, I'm pretty sure PHFA requires it.
Oh, does it? Okay. That makes sense. I mean, elsewhere in the state, I'm sure down southeast of your state I know that can get hot.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I mean, I would say that we don't experience long summers, but the humidity definitely can be a factor for several months. And so it's definitely welcome. All right, so that's the interior of a finished house.
Okay.
Guys, bear with me while I put my boots back on here.
Jen, do
Okay.
you have any questions so far?
No, actually, I've been joining their meetings. The last, I think 3 meetings. I think I've been able to attend. So I've been kind of caught up on what has and what has not been completed. And so, I mean, it's nice to kind of see the images and compare them to the notes that I have from the calls.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't know about you, but the audio on the calls is a little problematic for me.
Yeah, I had a real problem with my connection in the last call.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make sure I'm hardwired in the future with an Ethernet port. So here's the side porches were replaced. Most of the houses are very similar in layout. Now, however, where you see some differences are some of them have a side porch like this. So these were completely rebuilt. They used to be cement and they were sinking. It was very problematic. So these are nice. Now, so I'll show you that. And then we added a small cement pad for folks just to be able to set up some chairs and a grill. And there's the new condenser, the vents. So it's all hooked up.
Okay.
The radon system is there. All of the houses had the radon systems installed at once. So all 15 houses have their new radon mitigation systems. And the testing came back and everything's great. So it wasn't a problem before, but
yeah, you're just in, I think, zone 2 there, I think.
yeah, there were 2 that were slightly elevated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just said let's just do that while we're here, and we'll do all the houses. So here's another house that is currently under construction, and I'll go up to the front to show you the address.
I think
We don't have to spend a lot of time in all of the houses, but I thought that I'd take you into a couple of houses that are in progress if you'd like to see that.
That's fine. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, we certainly don't need to go into every single house, but just
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So here's 344. I think I will show you further down. There's more activity in a couple of the houses down here.
Before you go too far, would it be wise to go back to 318 or 1318 Parade right now, or will you?
Sure. Absolutely, we can do that.
I didn't want to track you all over and then turn you send you back.
Yep, no problem. I just had to escape. It was so loud. So
Gotcha.
here's as we're approaching again 1318 and 1326 Parade Street. 1318 Parade is the existing building that is being rehabilitated and converted into a management office on the first floor and an apartment on the second floor. That's the brick building off in the distance next to the new construction building. Nothing has really started in there yet. We've done all of our asbestos and lead remediation. That's complete. And I can send you all those reports if you'd like.
I think I've got them, but I know I've got the tank, right?
Let's see here. Let me circle around.
Sure.
Guys, you'll have to bear with me. I can't hear right now. But so we have obviously the whole area fenced off, but so there's the new construction. And then here's 1318 Parade. So what we found was the brick exterior on this building is in fantastic shape. So
Great.
it's mostly the inside that's being gutted and renovated. The structure's in great shape. So it was a nice building for us to be able to keep, because it's been around a long time and somewhat ornate brick work.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's kind of unique. So here's our job trailer. And yes, you mentioned the tanks.
Yes.
Okay, let me walk back. So we originally knew about one underground storage tank, and right before we were scheduled to have that removed, during the excavation of this site, they discovered a second oil tank, a second underground storage tank. Turned out to be heating oil, and so all of that information is available. We were able to I guess we were lucky in that it was found at the same time, because the crew was coming out to remove the first one. So there were some efficiencies built into removing two at the same time. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it was located, the second tank was located way over here on the perimeter, right by the alley. You can see there's the alley. It's kind of right down here is where it was kind of half under the alley. But they did all the testing, and it was just an old heating oil tank that was not recorded and nobody knew about it. They did check the rest of the perimeter to make sure that there were no other tanks on the perimeter by the alley, and there were not. So we feel pretty confident that we found everything.
Okay.
So here's just another.
You sent me a decommissioning report or an NFA or whatever the relevant document
Yes.
is. Right?
Yeah. If you don't have that, just let me know. But yeah, they gave us a complete report. Waste management gave us all. We had waste management dispose of the soil that we had set aside as a precaution.
Good.
So yeah, that whole report is available if anybody needs it.
Okay.
So let me circle back around here. That's 1318 Parade. They really haven't started a lot of work on this building yet. I think they were kind of looking at this as a towards the end type of project, or maybe if winter hits us real hard, they can jump in there. But I can pop you in there real fast and just show you. It's absolutely a total gut job, but they're actually able to use it for storing various things for now. Get a sense. Some items are being stored in here. I can pop you upstairs just so you can get a sense of the building. It's actually rather dark. I don't know how well this will work, but So going upstairs, this will be a 3-bedroom single floor unit. It'll be a real nice space for a family. I think they've started some minor gutting of walls, but as I said, all of the asbestos and lead that was found in the phase 1 reporting has been remediated.
Good.
And I can send you that detailed report. I have the full, I actually just received that full report from AMark Environmental, who does our lead and
Yeah,
asbestos.
that'd be great. I have not received that yet. So
Yeah.
Whenever you get a
Yeah,
chance.
I just got it this week. So absolutely.
Great.
I actually have to pull it apart. It's in a binder. So I'll pull it apart and scan it for you. No problem. So you can just get a sense that there's obviously a lot more to come here.
Right.
It'll be exciting. And there's a roof hatch. We found that the roof was in really good shape too on this building. So we'll head down, see if I can manage not to fall down the stairs. I think what I'll do now that we're over here is I will head over to our other new construction site on 12th Street.
That works.
And then we can circle back.
How has the city been with inspections just in general, and then any COVID delays for that?
No, they've been great. I mean, they are doing kind of a hybrid system where some people are working from home at the city, but some people are not. And yeah, I haven't heard of any inspection delays. There's been a lot of inspections for electrical and plumbing and carpentry, and it seems to be going pretty well.
Okay.
And then from a standpoint of the city's also involved in the funding, and they seem to be pretty responsive. So,
yeah, that's nice.
So we're fortunate there. Folks who are working from home, I think they're set up pretty well to be able to function normally. So just give you a sense here. This is 13th Street.
Yep.
This is one of the houses that will be renovated in 2021, 347.
Okay.
This next house will also be renovated in 2021. We actually confirmed that this house will be turned over to the general contractor as of January 1st. So this will be the first house they can work on next year.
Great. Okay.
Here's 341 East 13th. This house is complete, and we are actively working to get this. Actually, yeah. So, and this is very, very, very similar to the house we just walked through.
No need to go in there. Side
porch, and again, some of that change order stuff related to HVAC equipment. And one of the things that was a lead time issue, I don't know if I mentioned it, was brick vents. Believe it or not, they had a really hard time getting those, but that's been resolved.
Okay.
So that was kind of a wrap up that they had to, in addition to that mastic, they had to install those brick vents in some of the houses that are done. So here we are walking through. This is a Hans house that's not related to this project.
Yep. You're walking north towards 12th, right?
Yeah, towards 12th Street. Yep.
And
we actually don't own this vacant land, but our general contractor was able to get an easement agreement with Country Fair, which is a convenience chain. You see that red building there?
Yes.
So they gave an easement for BSI to be able to store whatever they need to store here.
Right.
And they'll fix up the grass once everything's done. All right, so we're heading towards the new job site. This is 331 East 12th Street. This will be the home of 6 one-bedroom apartments. And I'll go around the perimeter first. If you can see past the fence. So this building, the foundation is in, and the guys are actually currently working on the undergrounds for the plumbing.
Okay.
The electrical is, I believe the temporary electric is set up. You can see, I'll take you over to that pole. I think that was just inspected the other day. So once they get the undergrounds in, we'll be able to pour the slab, get the vapor barrier in, and they'll be able to start erecting this structure as well.
When do you think they'll pour the slab?
Let me check with the foreman. The foreman is actually out today and tomorrow, but I think that they're very interested in doing that as soon as the undergrounds are in.
Yeah, I'd imagine you're trying to beat more snow, right?
Yes, absolutely. and we need to, that is, this particular project requires not only the Energy Star and HERS radar to be able to inspect that vapor barrier, but our environmental scientist has to as well. So we have to coordinate that, and everybody knows that. So I'll take you around the perimeter, and then we'll walk. Then we can take a walk inside the fence.
Okay.
It's going to be very hard for me to hear you right now. Nice job signs. There's Alliance. There's the electric. The exterior of the foundation has 2-inch rigid insulation all the way down to the footer. That was kind of an overkill thing, but it was required. And so once the undergrounds are in, they'll finish the insulation inside the foundation walls before the slab goes in and the vapor barrier. So let me just walk around. It's a little windy. You can see there's lots of water
Yeah.
from all the snow. So you can see they're working on the undergrounds over there, and the whole perimeter is insulated.
Okay.
So like I said, and that's been inspected as well by our HERS inspector, Energy Star inspector. We've actually been able to switch over to Zoom meetings just like this for those inspections.
That's great.
Because of COVID. And he said that's an allowable method given everything that's going on. So I don't know if you had any questions for this new site.
No. The closest question I would have is regarding the alley improvements. Maybe walk down the alley. I know you.
Yeah, let me show you what's happened there so far. We'll actually walk down there and I can give you a sense of what's happening.
Yeah, I know you got that storm drain that's going down there, I believe, right?
All right, so here we are. We're walking back towards the alley. This would be facing 13th and 14th Street. So this is the alley between 12th and 13th. And this building, let me get out of the way for a minute.
Sure.
So as a reminder, a pleasant little surprise that we had on this building was that 12th Street off in the distance there has no storm line to connect to. So this is the alley that we are running the new storm line for our six unit building here at 331 East 12th.
Yep.
It's running all along this alley, and I'll show you that work is in progress.
Okay.
The hard part's been done, and I'll take you through all that.
You're down by 1213 German.
Yep. Yeah. So the line, there's going to be equipment there. So I'll explain what happened and then I'll walk you through it. So they've already made the connection at 12th Street. They've run the line along German Street, and then they've got the line all the way up through the yard at 1213 German. So now they just need to connect it to the building in the alley. So I'll show you all that work that was already done. I may not be able to hear you for a minute.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through. Hey, you guys, can I pass through real fast? So you can see that the pipe is complete to here, to this point. You can get a sense with the house, the end of the yard.
Okay.
And they are beginning that process of going down the alley now.
So you have punched through the yard, right?
Yes. So the yard is complete. You cannot see it.
Right.
But there is a brand new sidewalk that was laid all the way where I'm walking right now.
I seem to remember there were some trees there, so I
so the trees were all removed because it would have damaged the roots too much when they did this pipe installation. So for safety, we had to remove the trees. Well, we're going to look into replanting some trees, but so here it comes all the way down to the sidewalk. This is German Street. And the line, and it's already been, the new sidewalk has already been installed.
Great.
And the line goes all the way down here and connects at an available storm line out here as we approach 12th Street.
Okay, that's great. You got that done already. Now
that was good. This is the hard part because there were an awful lot of utilities that they had to maneuver around under the street here on German Street.
Now, I seem to remember the geotech report on this report said rock was fairly shallow. Has there been any issue with that?
Yeah, they have not reported any issue with being, because they're going down 10 feet with this pipe.
Yeah,
and they have not reported any issues thus far.
Yeah, and you're at the deep part there, so hopefully keeps not being an issue. That's good.
Yeah, we're hopeful that, once this, I was kind of happy that this part is done and knowing that it's just the alley from here.
Yeah, that's great. You're out of the right of way now.
Yeah, so we're hopeful that nothing else is, no surprises from centuries ago or who knows. But so here's 1213 German that we just walked past. This house is complete. The resident has moved back in. She was just temporarily at an apartment that we leased. It worked out really well. So she's happy. Everything's going well. This house is 100% complete.
Nice.
We'll walk further down German Street. And if I point you over to the corner, we're approaching 1228 German Street.
Yes.
And this is a house for 2021.
Okay.
So that will be happening in 2021. I can, as I mentioned, all of the radon systems have been installed in all of the houses. All but one of the houses has the new water heater, and all of the houses have the spray foam between the floor joists in the basements. So those were all things we were able to knock out while people were still living in the houses.
That's great.
As weather permits, they will continue on all the roofs as well. All 8 houses that we needed to complete in 2020, the roofs are done. So as weather permits, they'll just keep going. So here is 1302 German Street. This house is complete. This family moved back in last week, and they were temporarily staged in 346 East 14th Street. So that worked out really well. And what we've been finding is nice with the houses that have garages remaining, we've been able to use the garages to store items that they don't need to bring with them because the houses have to be completely emptied.
Nice.
So the only thing that needs to happen, and this is scheduled for December 15th, the overhead door and the side door are being replaced on the garage.
Okay.
So that didn't stop anybody from moving back in. So the new condenser, the new vent, all the hookups, everything's good. I'll just quickly run you. I don't know if you want to see. There's 2 houses down here. I'll show you that are coming up in 2021.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to see them if you just
Okay.
walk by. And then the park as well, right?
Yep, absolutely. So this is 243 East 13th Street. And this house is the only single-story house in our development. And this house is being converted to a fully ADA, fully accessible home.
Right.
And you can see the garage there is where that's going to happen. The 4th bedroom and the 2nd bathroom will be added where the garage is now. Here we are approaching 239 East 13th Street. This vacant land right here will be our new park seating area for the neighborhood. There will also be more green space similar to this over behind our building at 1326 Parade. This is kind of our outlier house, 1309 Division. Again, this house is a 2021 house with the exception of all the items that have already occurred. So we will circle back towards 14th Street, and I think I can get you into a couple of the houses that are currently under renovation just so you can see
Perfect.
how that looks. This is a bit of a hike, so if you have any questions, now's the time.
Tim, I actually wanted to ask you about the lease up. How many of your previous tenants just relocated so their unit can be rehabbed and have moved back?
That is, let's see, 1, 2. There are 2 that moved back. So we leased up units at Boston Store, so they didn't have to sign new leases anywhere. It was kind of similar to putting them up in a hotel, really. And so 2 families, 1309. Let's see, wait, not 1309. 1302 German Street. They were temporarily relocated and moved back. And 1213 German Street was temporarily relocated and moved back.
Okay.
The other 2 houses that are complete were vacant.
Okay. Now, how many applications do you have in process for the units that are done?
I'd have to probably defer to Mariah on that, but I can certainly ask her that question.
Okay. Because I know Mariah's still trying to work on getting those financials and the rent rolls over to me. So I just kind of thought I'd throw that question out there.
Yeah, I can. Let me ask her that question, and I can get back to you on that.
Okay.
We meet every week for a little relocation internal planning meeting. So, but I'll ask her that question. We usually meet on Wednesdays, and I was
Okay.
I was told that they are pretty far along in the income certification process for 2 families for the vacant houses. So.
Okay.
So here is 312 East 14th Street. This will be a 2021 house. And then we're approaching, there are 4 houses along 14th Street currently under renovation. All the roofs are done. They're putting in gutters. And I'll pop you into one that's maybe a little less busy here. Let's pop into, so that was 318 East 14th Street under construction. This is 320 East 14th Street under construction. this was a situation with these houses where, because of the lead time issues we talked about early on, kind of had to change our strategy and make 4 houses available towards the end of the year here, so they could finish up all 8 for us in 2020. So it's been some acrobatics, but I think it's going to work out. How you doing? You're on film.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Got me.
So just to take you through, you can see that, that's all the demo's been done, and this will be the kitchen. All the cabinets are here and staged. They're painting trim. This will be loud. You can see the insulation on the walls in process in this one. You can see the hot water heater's already in, the furnace. See if I can get you around to the furnace. Furnace is already in. And they're putting the foam board all the way around, and they have started the drywall. All right, we'll head upstairs. A lot of the painting has been done on the walls. Flooring is being installed. So our target date for completion of these 4 houses is by December 21st. We'll have these last 4 houses for 2020 complete. Hopefully sooner. The last component will be the windows, and those are scheduled in on December 8th. So I don't know if you wanted to.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, it looks like you got a lot of trades going there now. Any COVID issues? Is everybody keeping
No, yeah, everybody's been instructed to wear masks, and I have not heard of any COVID issues. So I'm not sure everybody is always wearing their mask. But
yeah, no, it's got to be asked.
it's just a different breed. Everybody's kind of used to working without a mask, I guess. That would be hard, I would imagine. So let me show you what's different about these houses. This style of house has a larger back porch that we are building. So the houses are demonstrably the same on the inside, all the 2-story houses throughout the neighborhood. But these particular houses along 14th Street don't have a side entrance, so they're getting a larger back porch. And this is being built brand new, much larger space for them to set up chairs or whatever they need to do. We don't have the pads yet for the condensers, but that'll happen. And again, garages, all getting brand new doors, and that work starts on December 15th. One thing that we didn't contemplate, somehow got missed on the plans, was new LED light fixtures on the garages. So we did approve a change order to have that happen on all the remaining garages. Just makes sense. Just makes sense. And so you can get a sense. Here's the new porch. It's kind of snow covered, but then here's a house. I'll show you the address, but this is 326 East 14th Street. And you can see how much smaller the porch was. It was basically just a walkway.
Gotcha.
So it's a nice little amenity that we're adding. This house. This is a 2021 house.
Oh,
So I think that is the tour.
yeah, we're back to the beginning, basically.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, appreciate you doing it. I think you covered everything. Yeah, just those couple documents, maybe the asbestos and lead paint reports.
Absolutely.
I'll double check and make sure I have the tank reports, but I'm fairly certain I do.
Yeah, I'll just send them all at the same time. I'll even
Yeah.
send the asbestos. We did a follow-up, not asbestos, a follow-up radon test.
Yeah, that's good too.
Once those were installed, I'll get you that as well. And Jen, I owe you just some information on how the lease up is going, correct? How many applicants there
Yes.
are? Okay,
Yeah, yes, please.
absolutely. I'll definitely get in touch with our property managers on that and get those details. But I'm at least hearing encouraging updates from them, so that's good. So that we, as I mentioned, 8 houses was the goal in the limited partnership agreement. We're going to have 8 houses complete this year, and so hopefully whatever documentation they are uploading for you is what you need in that regard. But definitely let us know if there's more information you need or more details or anything. So.
Okay.
And then we'll continue on into 2021, and we found that when we started this, we were going to have them complete one house at a time, more or less, a little bit of staggered timing, but with all the lead time issues that finally overcame, we found that it's actually better if we can get them multiple houses at the same time. So as we get into 2021, we're going to try and make sure they're working on at least a couple houses at a time to get through. There's 7 more, 6 of them are the same essentially, and then so we want to end the rehab on that single-story house, just because it's more complicated being converted to a fully accessible. So that's our goal there. It'll take longer. These houses, lead time issues overcome. We're finding that the houses take about a month or so to complete if you don't have any lead time issues. So definitely has been interesting with the coronavirus. There's no doubt. But
Yeah.
I think we've been fortunate that we were able to overcome a lot of that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think with that, we can conclude unless anybody has any other questions.
Great. No, I'm all set. I'll work on getting you guys that information that we talked about.
Okay. All right, we'll do another one of these early next year, basically.
Sounds great. Yeah, just let me know anytime.
Yeah. All right. Well, you have good holidays, and
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our next meeting is on December 10th. You guys are welcome to join in. But if not, have a great Christmas and New Year's if we don't talk to you.
All right.
But I'll be sending you info.
All right.
So.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll be on the call, but I'll probably just be silent. So.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
Tim, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to virtually meet you.
Yep, absolutely. Maybe in person someday.
Yep, one of these days.
Yeah,
Yep.
one day. We'll get out there.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, bye now.
All right, thank you.